Hello everyone, this is Tom Fox. I'm the Compliance Evangelist, and I'd like to visit with you today about Hallmark number 8 of the 10 Hallmarks of an Effective Compliance Program, which of course is investigations and reporting. This element is a critical part of your best practices compliance program, and internal reporting and the triaging of claims is something that not only for internal consistency and fairness is important, but also from the Department of Justice's perspective. Regarding internal reporting, the evaluation of corporate compliance programs says that under confidential reporting and investigation, you must have an effective mechanism to allow the reporting of information, whether you call that a hotline or other. But it's more than that. It's collecting, analyzing, and using that information, looping it back into your compliance program. Have you assessed the seriousness of the allegations you've received? Has the compliance function had full access to reporting and the investigative information? These are all questions the Department of Justice will take a look at. What are some of the best practices of a compliance hotline? I would suggest that you start with the following. Availability. Is your reporting mechanism easily assessed or accessed by your entire workforce? Does the phone line work outside the United States as well as inside the United States? 2, anonymity. There must be true anonymity if someone wants to make an anonymous report. 3, an escalation procedure. You must have a protocol or mechanism to take steps up the ladder and up the chain if they weren't being investigated higher up. And finally, there must be follow-up. There must be a sufficient protocol to ensure that reported events are receiving the warranted attention. But that's really just where it starts, because after you have these 4 in, with an appropriate level of oversight, both at the compliance function level, senior management level, and indeed all the way up to the board of directors, you have to have a protocol in place to triage your claims. There are several stages of triage. You have to look at those stages. You have to make a quick determination of how an incident should be determined for investigative purposes. Whether the allegations are serious in nature, what's the deficiency in the internal control or design which allowed the violation? Does it involve senior management? Does it involve falsifying of expenses? Has there been theft or fraud? Certainly the higher up in an organization, the more serious. The higher up or the override of internal controls can show a serious deficiency which could impact your financial statement and open up an entire other series of problems unrelated to bribery and corruption, but could be equally as serious. Is it the mid-level management or did it go high? And finally, the truly serious allegations that impact the completeness and accuracy of your audited financial statements that indicate a material weakness. After you've gone through this triage process, you then have to move to the investigative process. Here it is absolutely critical that you quickly, efficiently respond to allegations, you investigate the claim, and then you make a determination of how high up the reporting should go. At this point, you do not have to determine what discipline or what the remedy will be, but you have to make a thorough report. From there, you can take the following steps to determine what actions you should take going forward. All of these steps the Department of Justice wants to see you take. All of these steps are critical, and the information you derive from them will be looped back into any remediation you engage in going forward. I have additional information on both reporting and investigation in my new book, The Complete Compliance Handbook, which will be coming out in April 2018, published by Compliance Week. You can check out more information on it at my website, www.fcpacompliancereport.com, and you can pre-order the book. This is Tom Fox, the Compliance Evangelist, and I hope you will join me when we explore Hallmark number 9 and the 10 Hallmarks of an Effective Compliance Program.